Good afternoon, everybody. Christopher from All Things Prepping. Yeah, I'm still back in my booth. This is the third video on a series of preparing for a road trip that's coming up. So I just have to go through all of my equipment and ensure that everything is sorted and ready. So right at the end of the video, I talked about my survival bag, or my Springkan sak, as I like to call it. The reason for calling it a Springkan sak, you know, many moons ago when we went to school, it had a little grasshopper on it right here in the front, and yeah, we just refer to it as the grasshopper bag, the Springkan sak. So that is what I'm going to talk about, the contents of my survival bag. It's very basic stuff that I've got in here in case of an emergency. Yeah, let's get right into it. Yeah, first of all, I'm going to start off with a bag. The bag is nothing fancy. It's not a particularly high quality brand or anything like that. It is just a canvas bag with a main compartment, one compartment in the front, and then on the sides it's got the two longer compartments as well. So it's just a very basic sack bag. Myself and Elma managed to put this carry bag section on it, and then it's also got just back straps to carry it in case of you wanting to move it. So yeah, that's just the very basic basic bag that I've got. Please remember that this bag is specifically for the purpose of carrying stuff inside the vehicle, so that you must also take into consideration that most of the stuff that's in here is going to be specifically for a roadside emergency. Yeah, my philosophy is that if you are seen next to a road, the chances of you becoming a victim of a road accident is way less. Yeah, so that would be my first school of thought, is that I do have a very basic system here, where I've got a light with different settings, just making sure that I've got something available to actually be visible. The main advantage of this thing is that it's got a solar charger, so if I need to, I can just let it lie in the sun and it will charge automatically. As I can see, it is charging a little bit, and it does. The light for the emergency one, the red one, is not working properly because of the battery. So that one, all I need to do is just pop it in the sun and it will work. So that will definitely help, but at least I will have something available to make myself visible. Then the next one, just a headlamp, a spare headlamp. In your previous video I also referred to it. I've already got one in the box. In this bag is just a separate one. The old saying of 2 is 1, 1 is none. That's the reason I've got this. And then I've also just got some chem lights that all you need to do is like break the damn thing, and then you've got some light. So I've got 4 of them here. There's a, let me just quickly see, yeah, 2 red ones. I've got 2 red ones, an orange one and a green one. So if I need to be visible, I will use this chem lights, either by hello Tina, the neighbor's dog just coming to visit, either by using that, throwing it in the road, or using it in my hand, or putting it on my body somewhere that I can be seen. So that's just that as far as visibility is concerned. Yeah, so the next thing is snacks. I've got quite a few snacks in here. I've got the first one that I've got here. I've got 3 packets of mixture, glucose mix, which I can just, it's like basically a cool drink mix that I can use for my water, just to make sure that I've got something to drink, and this will definitely help. Then I've got some snacks, granola, peanuts, and some energy bars that I've got available for eating in case of an emergency. And then obviously some salt for whatever purpose, either spicing up the kudu or something that I've ran over or was hunting or something. If I'm drying it, then I've got some salt to do that. The next item is water. Specifically for water, water out in the field is not necessarily always going to be drinkable or safe to drink. I do have, like I've shown in the previous video, 12 500 ml water bottles available to drink. But if you get to the point where you need to source water from nature, for that purpose I've got this aluminium water bottle with a canteen cup, brand spanking new, never been used before, but this is what I've got to boil water and to make sure that I've at least got something to procure water if in case of a very big emergency and I need to get water from nature. This is what I will use. I've also got some tablets, water purification tablets that I will use if I need to. So yeah, water procurement is very important in case of an emergency and there's no water available. At least I will be able to get some water going as far as that is concerned. Right, the next item is a knife in a Kadek like sheath. Just a very basic knife that I can utilize for, once again, after I've hunted that kudu, like a pirate, knife between the teeth. But yeah, just a knife for general cutting purposes that I've got in this kit. In my EDC kit I've always got a knife that I will use, but in case of a second knife, like I said, 2 is 1, 1 is none. This is available that I can use, and I will make use of that in case of an emergency. Yeah, then the last thing I quickly want to refer to is I call this my weekend bag. It is just a small bag like this that I can use if I need to. I will take it out of the bag and go even smaller, just tossing this over my body and my neck or my shoulder, and then I can go. I've got more survival equipment in here, but once again I'm not going to go into details into this bag because that will lengthen the video too much. But yeah, having this with all basic stuff, basic survival stuff in, with all the stuff that I've just shown you, it gives me the ability to, if I have to for some unknown reason walk myself out there or self-rescue from my vehicle, I do have this available and I can actually do it. So I can take care of myself. I can, that guy might need some rescue soon. So I can take care of myself. I can do whatever I need to do with what I've got, and then once I've got everything sorted out, we can continue. So yeah, that's my I will call it my Springkaan kit, my grasshopper kit that I've got as part of my bigger box kit. Please go and watch that video as well. Part of my box kit to survive a emergency where I am stuck next to the road for a unknown reason, for unknown period of time. At least I'm good to go. Yeah, so with that being said, thank you for watching. I do appreciate your watch, your likes, your shares and all of that stuff. I will continue with the questions later on in the next series of videos, but for now this preparation for the road trip is my main focus and my main concern, and I thought I would take you along with my preparations for this trip to give you some insight into my dangerous, calling it, thinking process. But yeah, it's the way that I prepare and the way that I do things in order to make sure that that we get where we need to get, and that if something goes wrong, at least we are capable of taking care of the immediate situation. And that's how I deal with stuff, thinking through what might happen and then dealing with that process. Yeah, so thank you for watching. I would advise that you do your preparations for your situation, and yeah, enjoy it, because life is too short not to enjoy it. So thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, keep on prepping.